What's up, everybody? Tyson Roush. Let's talk Jets. Hope everybody's having an excellent weekend, even though it's soggy outside here in New Jersey. But there's some interesting stuff going on with social media right now and Jet fans and players, and I'm kind of surprised by it. So, when Elijah Moore was traded, I wasn't surprised by some of the reactions because last year when he requested his trade during a winning streak, it was ugly, man. I mean, I went off the rails. Everybody did because it was like you're putting yourself before the team. It was ridiculous. It was a terrible look. But then it all kind of died down after the trade deadline. So you wondered if the Jets kind of gave him some assurances, like, listen, man, just do your part the rest of the year. We'll get rid of you in the offseason. So the offseason comes in, the offseason's now, obviously. And I thought when Mike LaFleur left, I wondered, with Hackett coming in and now potentially Aaron Rodgers, maybe, the whole Elijah Moore thing becomes better again, where it's like, you're going to get a second chance here, kid. You're going to flourish in this offense. Everything will be great. But that didn't happen. So maybe there was some kind of dispute with Salah or whatever it is. But the damage was done. He was traded. And the backlash he got on the way out, I get it. I kind of wanted to see him in this offense, but it didn't happen. But now it's like when players are recruiting other players, when current players are recruiting other players, like, you have Sauce Gardner, Breece Hall, and Garrett Wilson all actively campaigning for Aaron Rodgers. People love it. When you have Garrett Wilson trying to get, Lazard to come here, people love it. The players are campaigning for Beckham. Everybody loves it. But it's funny because you had the one thing with the Ezekiel Elliott report where it was like, Ezekiel Elliott narrowed it down to the Bengals, Eagles, and Jets as three teams he'd like to play for. Not that the Jets have been negotiating with him. That got shot down by Pro Football Talk, but it stirred up a lot of conversations. And furthermore, I don't like the idea of him coming here, but whatever. But you saw Breece Hall commented with Michael Carter and be like, we're good, man. And the thing is, if you look at the Jets running back room, Breece Hall was having a breakout year. Unfortunately, he got hurt. You have him, you have Michael Carter, Ty Johnson, and Zonovan Knight. Four very good running backs. To add another guy, while I understand you want that short yardage guy, I could see, it's how many running backs you have on the team, right? So it's probably a very close-knit group. And Michael Carter is a guy that fans loved his rookie year. He played incredible. Last year was a little disappointing, but I think it was because he was playing hurt. He was banged up. And then you saw the emergence of Zonovan Knight. You saw Breece Hall. You saw all these things. You're like, Michael Carter didn't give us that. And some people kind of frowned upon him. A little some social media stuff. But so when the whole Ezekiel Elliott thing came out, Breece Hall, Michael Carter, like, yeah, we really don't need you, man. We're good here. And there was backlash. But like, bro, like, what are you doing? I guess, there was a lot of hate towards Michael Carter. He started blocking people and all this stuff. And I don't get it, man. Because the thing is, like, for the first time in a long time, the Jets have young players that are proud to be Jets, and they've really embraced this team, this organization, the fans, everything. We haven't had this in a long time. It's like there's a lot of personality, a lot of swagger, a lot of attitude, and now it's like it's kind of going like to go and out attack them. I saw Brandon Tierney put out something like, Breece Hall, shut your mouth. You're not the GM. Like, come on, man. Like they're young, they're outspoken, they're excited, and they're also going to speak their mind. Like I like that they're doing that. Like, listen, we're good, man. We're gonna show everybody how good we are. We don't need any help. To add a piece like Beckham to be a fourth receiver and a complementary part's one thing. To bring in a guy like Ezekiel Elliott, you're taking away snaps from guys. You're taking away, you kind of like it's kind of rattled the room a little bit. So I don't really have any problem with Breece Hall, Michael Carter speaking up. I'm glad they're motivated, they're inspired, they want to be the best they can be. They say stuff on social media. It really doesn't bother me. But to see fans attacking them, and then to see fans being actually happy they're getting blocked by Michael Carter, and then you even have people saying, like, we hope we trade you, get the hell out of here. Like, what are we doing here? Like, just last year, going into season, everybody loved this kid. And now you're going to turn on him? Because of our tweet and because they have a lot of pride in their job and they want to make the biggest impact they can on his team? I don't get it, man. Listen, like, I like all this stuff. I'm glad they're proud to be here. I like Michael Carter as a player. I still think he'd be a very good player for the Jets. I don't want to trade him. If you want to bring, like, if you're talking about running backs, like a short yardage guy, I always like Leonard Fournette. But again, like, you look at what you already have on this team. So let's see what happens. It's never a dull moment with the Jets. Like, we just can't have nice things and enjoy it. The Jets have legitimately a young team on the rise, and people are trying to find problems with everything. And then to make things worse, you had this whole Aaron Rodgers thing where it's like, now the teams haven't talked in a week, the compensation's far apart, and it's like, could Aaron Rodgers just retire instead because he's gonna get discouraged? And my thing is this is all negotiating. It's all they're all playing that chicken game. Who's gonna just bluff first? Who's gonna just give in first? And like, you know what? The Jets want Aaron Rodgers badly. He wants to be here. Will they cave in and maybe give something more than they want to give? Will Woody Johnson panic? Will Woody Johnson get nervous? It's all a game, man. It's all the negotiating game. And listen, unless this goes until like July, then I'll start worrying. Because once it goes past the draft, man, then it's like, what are the Packers doing? Because you're not getting your instant return this year, so that would be kind of foolish. But it's just weird to see how this is all playing out. So let me know what you guys think, man. Do you like these players talking, more being like more outspoken on social media? Do you prefer them quiet? I know a lot of old school fans are like, man, like just actions, not words. But I kind of like it, man. I don't have any problem with any of this stuff, to be honest with you. I mean, you look at a time last year where Garrett Wilson came out and was ripping the coordinator and the coach, and people praise him for it. Now you have guys that are proud to be here and want their own playing time, and now you're mad at them. So, I'm not sure if this video made sense. I had a really hard training this morning. I'm probably pretty dehydrated. But hope all is well. We'll be back live streaming on Tuesday, and I'll talk to you then. This button doesn't work. Hit my button.